Hey, what's up? It's your boy JohnOllie with this week's rant, and with no further delay, let's jump right into it. One thing I can't stand is seeing fat dudes wearing skinny ass sweatpants. I don't know what the fuck y'all be thinking putting them shits on. Them old tapered ass sweatpants on a fat nigga, looking like a fucking dumpy ass dump. Stop wearing them fucking tight ass sweatpants, you fat niggas. And yes, I said fat niggas. I don't care if it's politically incorrect. I'm fat shaming right now. Stop squeezing your motherfucking big asses in them goddamn tiny ass sweatpants. Is it safe to say that Donald Trump is by far the most hated president of all times? Old black folks can wear, you know what? Not just old black folks, but old people, period, whether white, Asian, black, Hispanic, can wear anything they want. In the news again, not like I'm surprised, the Kardashians are found stealing somebody's idea. It seems like every fucking week they're taking somebody's idea, putting their name on it, and making millions from it. And then they get surprised when people want to sue them or send them cease and desist letters for shit that they stealing. Why the fuck? It's bad enough black women feel that you're stealing most of the black men. Now you're going to turn around and steal clothes and makeup and all kind of shit. Y'all niggas, whew, get it together. I still want to fuck Chloe though, and Courtney, and Kim, and Kylie, yeah, and Kendall. Nigga, on the low, I'll even fuck Chris. Why the fuck is live and live spelled the same way? I'm still not comfortable or still not liking the new actor they have playing the most interesting man in the world. He's just not that interesting to me. Yo, so the boy Bobby V got caught up in a fucked up situation last week. Apparently, he was in a hotel room, in a hotel room with a transgender woman, or man, a transgender person, and that person videotaped him leaving the room. Now, allegedly, Bobby V is saying that this person is trying to extort him for money. Or first he claimed it wasn't him. And then he said, all right, well, this person is trying to extort me. I don't know what the truth is. I wasn't there. But here's my opinion on this thing. I have two ways to look at this. One, whether or not they were trying to extort you, you had your pants off, dude. So you was in the room planning to have sex. I don't know if you were paying for this. I don't know if you even knew it was a transgender person or not. That's neither here nor there. I can't buy the story that they tried to extort you when you had your clothes off. You were planning to have sex. Flip side to that is, and this isn't a stab at the transgender community. This is at the opposite sex, whatever you may be. Why the fuck do you feel a need to try to record and shame somebody into giving you money or whatever the case, whatever you're looking for? Why is it that we've become such a society that we have to record, even though I'm recording this, things that go on in your private life to show, or to shame somebody? I am against anybody being physically harmed for any reason, but, and please hear me out, this goes across the board. This is not a transgender thing. This is not a woman thing. This is just a thing. You wonder why people get caught up in wanting to fight or harm somebody, because in retrospect, you're trying to harm this person's career, this person's marriage or relationship. I'm not saying that you should be cheating but again, if you're doing your dirt, why would you want to harm this person in any kind of manner by recording this situation? I just think that's wrong I think it's wrong on both parts, but I can see why people, snap and want to hurt somebody. And then it's looked at as a hate crime or a crime against transgender or gay or black or whoever. And you got to think about what got this person to this point to do that. Here's a man who's an artist, he's a singer, and he has a career. So why would you want to fuck up his livelihood by doing something that apparently both of y'all were about to consent to? I think that's wrong. And that can be a cause of some things that should not happen against transgender or gay or black or whoever people. So people need to think more before they take actions and doing stupid stuff like that on both parts. That's my thing on that. And speaking of transgender, the boy Lil Duval got into some heat talking about what he would do if he found out that the person he was with had deceived him and made him believe that they were a woman when in actuality they were a man. And he said, I would possibly kill that person. He took a lot of heat from the transgender community and whatever, and now they've been boycotting the breakfast show because he said it on there. I'm probably going to take some heat behind this, man, but I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Here's the thing. I don't agree with him saying that he would kill somebody. All right? I don't agree with that. But, again, when you're put into a situation like that, you don't know what a person's mental mind state is when they snap. I would pray that would never happen to me and I'm put in that position. But again, I can't actually, I don't know what I would do or say. So when asked the question, I probably would have said, yeah, I'd snap and I'd probably fuck somebody up or kill somebody. That doesn't necessarily mean I would, but you never know what a person's mental mind state is when something like that happens. Sometimes you just got to be careful with what you say, man. That's all I can say to that situation, man. Big up to my man LD, though. All right, for actually speaking your mind. In this world of everybody being so fucking politically correct, with the exception of the president, it's always good to hear some refreshing, and I don't know if that's refreshing, but somebody just speak their mind, man. And finally, speaking of boycotting, I can't go past this week without talking about two people. In retrospect, they kind of equate to each other. I'm going to start with R. Kelly. So R. Kelly is doing the tour, and lately, the sales haven't been what they were because of the situation that is going on in his private life, or so going on. So they say going on in his private life. So a lot of people are not coming out to see his show. So a lot of shows have been canceled, and people are kind of, in a sense, boycotting that. And I'm going to stick on that word, boycotting. There are a lot of people, women and men, who are choosing to boycott and not go see R. Kelly's shows. They're not out there in the streets in front of the arenas with signs, but they just said, the best way we can do this is hit them in the pockets. We boycott by not going to the show. I segue that with my man, Colin Kaepernick. Now, we know allegedly what R. Kelly did is technically, well, this time, like I said, this time is not as bad as what happened before. Because, again, these people are adults, so they can choose to do whatever they want to do. But he does have a stigma attached to his name in a negative view. And we choose, not we, but some people choose to boycott his shows. Now, Colin Kaepernick, good guy, hasn't done anything wrong. Nowhere near the stigma on his name like it is with R. Kelly, so to speak. At least not in black people's eyes. In white America's eyes, it looks like he is the most horrendous fucking killer person in the world. And I would have to disagree with that. Again, his stance that he took was just to bring awareness. There is no rule in the Bible or in the laws that says anybody has to stand for the national anthem. It's not a rule. You don't have to do. If you do, you're doing it on your own accord. And to be patriotic, again, when you walk into these arenas or whatever, there's not a rule that says he has to stand or you have to stand. And as it's been so eloquently pointed out over the last year and a half, that part of that national anthem that has been taken out was extremely racist. Okay? So, I see a lot of people on social media standing up for Colin Kaepernick, and I also see people who are against, what he did. It's not American. But in retrospect, it's American as fuck to have your right to do what you want to do. And it was his right. So I don't understand why. I really can't understand why he's meeting so much backlash, because in a world where we are supposed to be held to these rules of what's right and what's wrong and having freedoms to do so, he had the freedom to do that. Now, that also gives people freedom to say what they want to say about him, and that's cool. But again, it was this man's right to do that. Yet, a lot of people who I see opposed of it are those same people who go to R. Kelly concerts. So if you can if you can put your mind around that for a second, like, really, people? Really? You're able to go to this man's concert who could be or not be somewhat of a pedophile, but this man stood up for awareness for police brutality and black men and women being killed in the street, but you can't stand for him. I don't see what's going on here. I can't see how any black person can find what Colin Kaepernick did wrong. Now, maybe I'm just a little blind to the fact. Sometimes I do walk around with rose-colored glasses on, but I don't think in this case I am. So, I say that to say there's a lot of motherfucking hypocrites out here. And I think a lot of you need to get it together. I seen a post, I'm not going to mention the dude's name, that I seen on somebody's Facebook page that just made me feel like that nigga is a coon. I always felt this dude was a coon, but to actually see the person who reposted his post made me think both of them niggas is coons. And that's my thoughts on that whole situation. I'm not going to get into the Ray Lewis comments or the Michael Vick. I already talked about that. It is what it is. Yeah. So this has been this week's rant with your boy JohnOllie. Make sure you don't do something, say something, or let me see something that ends your ass up on this list next week. Before I bounce, though, I got to give a super dope, crazy big shout out to my man, my favorite rapper of all time, Mr. LL Cool J, who is being inducted into the Kennedy Center, being honored by the Kennedy Center. One of the first hip-hop artists ever to have this honor bestowed upon him. So shout out to my man LL Cool J, the greatest of all time. This is well-deserved, man. I also heard on HBCU Radio, I forgot the dude's name, was talking about he feels that Eric B. and Rakim should be into the hip-hop rock and roll, to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I don't think that should happen. I love Rakim as an MC, but I don't see that. I don't see that, especially before LL Cool J. So, with that being said, don't be smart, be genius, and always, always, always stay Gecko. Oh, I did that backwards. Shout out to my horsemen. You know who you are. The countdown continues. I love you all. Please continue to watch and leave your comments and suggestions for rants down below. Like I said, the countdown continues, and I'm soon ending this. All right. One love, y'all.
Hey, what's up? It's JohnOllie. And if you like what you just saw, then all you have to do is subscribe by pressing the button that's right over my head. And if you want to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, bang, they're right there. Alright? And if you want to see more of my vlog videos, bam, they're right there. Other than that, y'all have a good day. And I thank y'all so much for watching. The General has spoken.
Kate told me to do this.
Hey guys, I'm Kate, and I'm the one that told him to do this. Aren't you glad?